Okay, so hello everyone, we are from Group 2 and meangirls, and today we are going to talk about Module 5. So first we are going to talk about fundamental of blockchain technology. So fundamental of blockchain is a shared digital ledger spread across many participants, making it transparent and nearly tamper-proof. Key idea is decentralization and consensus and hash linking. So how blockchain networks work? So it's a transaction are verified by network before using, added to a block which link to a previous one, creating an unstable chain. Next is core components and roles. Smart contracts alternate process, and the blockchain certified authorities provide secure digital identities to keep private things. Next is car leasing example. Blockchain record every transfer of a car from manufacturer to dealers, lease, and scrap merchants. Regulators see full history, others see only their parts. Next is visibility and auditing. Regulators get full transparency while participants see only relevant data. Exploring the blockchain. Block Explorer lets you view the transaction details. Developers use APIs to interact directly with the blockchain. And next is security fundamental. Security comes from the cryptographic hash, digital signatures, and certificated protecting identity and transactions. Next is develop tools and management system. Tools like IBM Bluemix help monitor networks, deploy smart contracts, and manage operation.
And the next topic I'm going to talk about is 8 reasons why smartphones are a privacy nightmare. First is geo-tracking. Our phones constantly track our location through GPS, cell towers, and even other sensors like accelerometers or barometers. Even when you think location is turned off, your movements can still be tracked. Law enforcement, apps, and even hackers can use this data to build detailed profile about us. That might seem harmless at first, but this kind of data can be used for phishing or even stalking. Second, malicious apps. Apps are what makes smartphones powerful, but not all apps are safe. Some request access to your contact's location or microphone unnecessarily. Worse, many contain malware. Even in trust app stores like Google Play, Apple users aren't immune either. That's why it's important to only install apps from official sources, and when possible, choose open source apps that are easier to vet for security. And third is Wi-Fi tracking. Free Wi-Fi seems great, but until you realize it's often used to track you, retailers can use your phone's Wi-Fi connection to monitor which department you visit and for how long. Even public Wi-Fi is risky because hackers on this same network can access your data. If you need to use public Wi-Fi, always use a VPN, or better yet, just stick to cellular data when possible. And the fourth one is limited antivirus protections. Most people protect their laptops with antivirus software, but forget to do the same for their phones. Even though phones store just much personal data, fake antivirus apps even exist, making things worse. While iPhones have stricter app controls, Android users especially should install a trusted antivirus and use ad blockers to prevent malicious content. And the fifth one, your camera could be watching you. Yes, your camera can spy on you. Malware can activate your camera silently, sometimes shrinking the preview to just one invisible pixel. Always review app permissions and never give camera access unless it's absolutely needed. On iPhones and Android, make sure apps don't overstep. Next one is microphone eavesdropping. Microphones are just as risky. Some companies use your phone's mic to listen to ambient sound like which TV shows you're watching and sell that data. And because voice assistant like Siri or Google Assistant are always listening, they could become a privacy loophole. The fix is turn off voice assistant if you're not using them and reveal which app can access your mic. 7. Lack of security updates. Unlike computers, many smartphones, especially Android devices, don't receive regular updates. This leaves them vulnerable. In fact, at one point, half of Android phones hadn't had a security update in over a year. Always keep your system updated, and if your DC stops receiving updates, consider upgrading to a newer model. And the last one is backdoors and government access. There are real concerns that government can force manufacturers to build backdoors into DC devices, giving them access to your private data. This was a major debate between the FBI and Apple back in 2016, which is not something we can fully control. One option is to support open source devices like the Librem 5 or PinePhone, but these aren't practical for most users yet.
Next, I will briefly talk about blockchain and cryptocurrency based on PwC's insights. First, blockchain is a secure and decentralized digital ledger. It records transactions transparently without needing central authority. Cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is a digital currency that runs on blockchain. It is not controlled by banks and exists only online. And next is about some key features. Has no intrinsic value, has no physical form. The protocol determines its supply. And next one, I will talk about pros and cons. For the pros, it increased transparency, accurate tracking, permanent ledger, cost reduction. And for cons, complex technology, regulatory implication, implementation challenges, and competing platforms. And for the blockchain's potential application, supply chain trace components and provenance end-to-end. Travel, cut out middlemen, streamline cooperate. Travel booking, sustainability, decentralized resource tracking for better ESG metrics. And the last one, financial inclusion, broaden access to capital and funding pathway.
And next we're gonna talk about GDPR, or a General Data Protection Regulation. What is the GDPR? It codifies and unifies the data privacy law across all the EU members countries and is applicable to any citizens of the European Union. And why does GDPR matters? The penalties for non-compliance can be steep, so every enterprise should know and incorporate strict compliance with the GDPR into their business practice and procedures before enforcement become active. Who does GDPR affect? The GDPR is applicable to any business collecting personal data from all the citizens of European Union. What are key provisions of the GDPR? A personal data is defined as any information related to a natural person that can be used to directly or indirectly identify that person. It can be anything from a name, photo, or an email address. And when did the GDPR go into effect? The enforcement of GDPR went into effect on May 25, 2018.
Okay, next I will give you a quick overview of e-commerce payment system, basically the ways customers pay online and what's work based for business, especially in India. Let's start with the bank payments gateway like virtual POS. There connects your store directly to your bank. They're great for clean records and fast deposits, but they take forever to set up, need a lot of paperwork, and usually come with high fees. Now let's talk about online payment service like PayPal, Stripe, and Scroll. They are much easier to use and super common. PayPal is trusted worldwide but has high fees, and even if you refund a customers, the fees stay. Stripe is great for developers, supports many currencies and has strong fund protections, but sometimes hold your money for a few days. The last one is Scrolls. Works globally but has complicated fees and slow withdrawal, especially in India. There are also another tools like Amazon's Pay on Honor, and Google Wallets. Some are only good in specific regions like in Europe and USA. Now, outside of this, there are traditional methods like cash on delivery, which is super popular in India because it's built trust, but it's risky and slow for sellers. And the second one is bank transfers are safe and have no fees, but they took more time. And the last one is installments payments help increase sales for expensive products, but there are always risk of non-payments. So final tips is if you're starting your online store, choose the methods that fit your customer. Think about trust and especially the fees. And it's smart to offer more options of your payments. Thank you.
Let's take a look at the cryptocurrencies in e-commerce. There are three main types of cryptocurrencies that are commonly used in e-commerce. First is Bitcoin. This is the most popular and widely accepted cryptocurrency. Many online stores already support it. And it's known for its security and is often used as an alternative to traditional payment methods like credit card or PayPal. Second is Ethereum. Unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum isn't just payment. It also works like a digital platform where users can create applications. The currency used on this platform is called Ether, and it can also be used to make payments. There is Litecoin. It's similar to Bitcoin, but it's faster. Transactions confirm more quickly. So it's useful for people who need to send small amounts of money quickly and easily. So overall, these three cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, each offer different features, but all of them can be used as payment methods in e-commerce platforms.